Let me respond to what your previous panelist mentioned. He mentioned Lithuania. For the record, allow me to emphasize, what the Lithuanian government wanted to do is in violation of the One China policy, which is the foundation upon which China-Lithuanian diplomatic relations were established. And as a matter of principle, China will never allow any country, big or small, to violate the One China policy. Therefore, the problem is in Lithuania's court, and EU should not support this violation of the One China policy, because otherwise you completely foul up China-EU relations.
Okay.
Now, for talking about China,
hang on a second.
Russia,
We'll
China
come to
and Russia.
Victor. We'll come to China, Russia in a moment, but let's throw it back to Carol just a minute, because I know he wants to take issue with that.
No, we have a freedom of press. Of course, the country is free to say what they want about Taiwan. Let's say, I mean, of course, we have there may be a one China policy, but we know that China has, Taiwan has its position. And if a country wants to have diplomatic relations with Taiwan, why not in its way? I mean, this is not a problem.
Okay, Victor, carry on, please.
The lack of sensitivity and the level of callousness that I'm shocked at. Because in Europe, especially in Germany and in Austria, you cannot talk about denying the Holocaust. Otherwise, it's a violation of the German law and the Austrian law. Freedom of speech does not exist in a vacuum. If you want to violate the One China policy, you'll be barred from China. You will suffer all the consequences, Lithuania or any other country. Therefore, politicians and think tank people should really know the sensitivity.
Okay.
If you want to foul up with the One China policy, you are deserving to be punished because you violate the One China policy. Period.
Victor, let's not get too bogged down in this. The issue with Russia, you were going to talk to us about that.
Let me talk about Russia. Yeah, China and Russia share a common border of 4,300 kilometers. For decades, it is a border of peace. We respect each other. We trust each other. The long border is not armed. Now, some Europeans talk about Chinese support of Russia. Let me tell you, and this is a reformation of what the Chinese government has said, if China provides military support to Russia, the war with Ukraine will be over overnight. You really believe China has provided military support to Russia? Zero. Let me put it on the record. China does not support Russia. China does not support Ukraine. From day one, China has been calling on Russia and Ukraine to stop the war as quickly as possible. Why? Because China is concerned that that war has the risks of getting out of control, escalating from a conventional war to a nuclear war. We need to do all we can to put the war to an end right away, rather than allowing that to escalate.